Dumelang bakaitsho le kae? Thank you so much. My name is Barry Leng Dichabe from the Municipal Demarcation Board, MDB. Ke na le basebetsa mmogo le nna re na le Ntate Moroka ka isa letsogo ke yena CEO ya rena gape ke tsamaya le dimakatso ka isa letsogo basebetsi mmogo ko MDB. Can I maybe if if anyone has heard before about Demarcation Board, MDB. So who knows about MDB? Have you ever heard about MDB before? Anyone, anything at all about MDB, Demarcation Board?
Yes.
Only one. So there's only one person who. Can I see the hands? Don't be shy. So it's 1, 2, and who else? 3. Okay, thank you so much. I'm glad you are here because we are here to empower you. At least by the end of the day, you will walk out of here knowing what we are all about as the MDB. So I'm really, really glad that we are here and we are part of this session. I'm going to take you through what we are all about. So if you look at this banner, this is basically who we are as the MDB. This is our mandate and this is what we do as the Demarcation Board. So it sums up everything about who we are and what we do. So in the presentation, it's a bit long, but I'm really going to make it a bit short. I'm going to take you through about our mandate and our processes, and I'm also going to give you a bit more about the current program that we are doing now. And I will also talk to you about our procurement plan and career opportunities available at the MDB. And yeah, I'm really gonna make it short, don't worry. With regards to who we are and what we do, as I indicated, we are the Municipal Demarcation Board, and our mandate is to firstly determine municipal outer boundaries. So what that means is we deal with municipal boundary changes. That is in simple terms. So we do not do provincial boundaries, but we only deal with municipal boundaries. That is mandate number 1. Number 2, we do what we call delimitation of municipal wards. So that in simple terms also means ward changes as well, just to make it simpler. So that is delimitation of wards. You know that every 5 years before the local government elections, we do, there is ward changes to some extent. So we do that process so that it enables before the local government elections. So before every 5 years, then we have to come as the Demarcation Board to handle the part that deals with your wards. Then after we are done with the wards, we will hand over the data to the IEC to say, these are the number of wards that we have in the country. So that is our job. Then we hand over that process to the IEC to continue with their work in terms of the local government elections. Number 3, we do what we call assessments of municipal capacity. So what we do there is basically we conduct research. To some extent, we go to municipalities to determine their level of capacity. So if we come to a municipality, we come and assess the number of, for example, the full-time staff members that are there. We also check in terms of your capacity, and if you've got any challenges, that's when we are there to determine the kind of capacity that you will require in order for you to perform your duties. So that's what we do. And lastly, we render advisory services. That is related to what we do as the Demarcation Board. We also render services to help the municipalities to improve their services to some extent. So with regards to our program, we started with the current program that we are running, which is the Municipal Outer Boundaries. after the local government that was in 2021. So that is where we are now. This process, we envisage that we will end, it will come to an end towards the end of this year actually, before around 2024 it will be done. Then after this, we will now prepare again for the delimitation of wards. Remember, I indicated that that process comes just before the next local government elections. So that process will commence in 2024, which is next year, to 2025. And 2025 to 2026, that's when the IEC will now come on board to prepare for the local government elections. The local government elections were in 2021, so the next 5 years will be in 2026. So we will have to come on board with the ward delimitation process to enable that process to flow. Currently, we are dealing with the boundary changes, as I indicated, and just for you to know that there are certain criteria that has to be met in terms of our process, which is the boundary process. And the process is provided for. We've got what we call as the Municipal Demarcation Act. So that is the one that informs our processes, and also the Municipal Structures Act. So in the Municipal Structures Act, basically it provides for the categorization of municipalities. But I will slowly go through that process with you, for those, just for you to clearly understand what is it that I'm talking about when I talk about a categorization of municipalities. And just to indicate that the act that I mentioned, the Municipal Demarcation Act, there are certain sections, you can go through it, you can Google it, that outlines what is it that we do. So, and also on the Municipal Structures Act, as I indicated. So with regards to the process, there are about 8 steps that we do from the start to the end. So I'll just take you through the steps that relate to the municipal outer boundary process. The first step is when the MDB, okay, we now initiate the process of doing the boundary changes, right? And after doing that, we will do publications. And we call that process Section 26 publications, whereby we invite written views and representations. So that process, everyone, all community members, to provide their views on the process. Remember, we'll have the proposals. So if we've got proposals from the communities, then we assess those proposals, and then we come back to you, okay, fine. More recently, we received so many proposals, study boundaries, Salina. So we go back to you as community members to say, please air your views. Write to us in terms of proposals that are there. If you're okay with them, if you want maybe to provide any additions, if you want maybe if there are any adjustments that you want to make on those proposals. And in that process, we call it Section 26 publications. So you submit written views and representation. And what is important for that process is that it's open to everyone. Everyone can participate. And the MDB, as per the Act, will allow you 30 days within for you to respond to us. So we give you 30 full days for you to come back to us if you've got any suggestions. So, and that the 30 days, it will be within the publication. If you see maybe your local community newspaper, it published, let's say, 14. So you've got 30 days from the date of publication. So from the 14th until next month, the 14th, then you've got your full 30 days. So we give you that time for all required to get back to us and let us know your views and written representation. So, as I just want to make it clear that your responses or your views should be written. So you send it back to us. We've got an email specified for that. We've got also, you can mail it to us, you can fax it to us. Those are the ways, the channels that you can send your written representation to us. And after we get that, we do check what is it that we received from the communities, and we consider your views and representation, and we move on to conduct either, we do research. Remember, we have to do research. we also have to do public consultations. And the public consultations is the process that we are going to do now in May. So from April, towards the end of April, May, we will be doing our public consultations. So please participate and be on the lookout in terms of where we will be going in your province. We will be coming to Free State. We are visiting all municipalities. We will be having public meetings. So please be on the lookout. Demarcation board, when are we coming to visit you, and so that you are not left behind and you're all involved in the process. Don't say you didn't know, don't say we didn't tell you about it. Please, from now on, follow us on social media platforms. Checking website www.demarcation.org.za. So constantly let's get the updates, because we will be doing a lot of updates just to keep you in the loop of what is happening. And after the public consultations and the research that we will be doing and investigations that we will be doing, we will also now consider all that reports that we will be having. Then we're going again to publish for what we call Section 21 of the Municipal Demarcation Act. We come back to you again to say, okay, fine, based on the consultations that we had with you, and we are coming back again to say, this is another chance for you. If you've got any objections, please let us know. If you're not happy with the publications, the notices that we'll be doing, if you're not happy or if you're okay with it, just let us know if you've got any objections, and we again give you 30 days for you to respond to us, to object. So if you have any objections, you've got 30 days from the date of publication to get back to us with your objections.